Let's rock, baby.
Alright guys, so we are finally back with part 4 of Devil May Cry 1, and this will be the final video for Devil May Cry 1. This will be missions 16 through 23. So this one, it's taken me a bit longer to do this one because I actually had to re-record this one. Something fucked up on the video editing software that I was using, and I had to switch to an entirely different editor. So I had to re-record my gameplay. Number one, because I died a whole lot and it didn't really look very good. Which, like I said, I'm not really a perfectionist, but the whole video was about 2 hours long, and I really didn't want the video to be that long. So I went ahead and re-recorded my gameplay for these missions. Because there's one boss fight in particular that I just had so much fucking trouble on. The final boss fight, the first time that I recorded this, absolutely fucking stomped my ass, man. Like, I had to, I think I had like 20 something continues. It's fucking ridiculous. But in this video, I actually beat the final boss, my first go. I don't have any trouble with him. But here we're on mission at number 16. So now you guys will finally get to see this fucking bullshit boss fight with Nightmare, and what a nightmare it actually is. So right here though, you can watch, I will go on top of these pillars that I was talking about and collect all these red orbs. It's just a lot easier to do it once you get the air hawk ability. You can kind of jump away from the pillar and then jump straight to it, and Dante will pretty much land on it almost every time. There we go. Got them all. Will of Destiny shall guide you, whatever. I really like the visual effects whenever you use this item right here. Watch this. I think it looks really cool. It looks a bit different on the HD collection as well. It's just kind of a generic light. It doesn't look like it's all absorbing into one area and then exploding forwards. Now, I do die a few times on this video, but I have actually trimmed the video. I've edited it so that once I get killed by these boss fights, I'm just going to cut it straight to the part where I, defeat the boss. And I lose to Nello Angelo, and then I also lose to Nightmare. Also, there's a blue orb fragment over there. It's kind of tricky to reach it, but I do end up collecting it. I think I ended up having to go to Air Raid to get it, if I remember correctly. Yeah. There we go. But as you can see, that giant statue is gone now. And that will make sense later as to why it is no longer there. But you can see that it's got one of those switches that you gotta hit like 1,000 times. Alright, so this is a new enemy called Plasma. Now, as you can see, it's made entirely out of electricity or plasma. So you might be thinking, well, I guess I can't use Alistair on it. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter what weapon you use on it. I would say a Frit probably does more damage, but you can still use Alistair on it, see? They actually have two different forms. They can take that bat form, and then they can sort of mimic Dante. And they're a lot more easy to take out when they are in the bat form than they are when they switch to Dante. There'll be 3 more of them in here, but I'll just ignore them. I didn't really feel like fighting him because there's no point in it. And then I go back in here just to collect some more of these red orbs before I go and you know, go any further. I always try to hit that table there, but it's not breakable. You'd think after the amount of times I've played this game that I wouldn't try and hit it anymore, but every single time I try to hit that table. There's also some knots here. Alright, so now we are going to be fighting Nightmare. So you'll want to take note of the seal on the wall there. There's 4 of them in the room. I'm making a save state right there, as you can see, but I think I actually beat him my first go here. I don't remember. You want to activate those constantly, and you'll see why. Strong surge of evil coming from the puddle of water, voice in my head, whatever. Alright, so this is Nightmare, and he is a fucking pain in the ass. See that? Immediately grabbed me. Fucking bullshit. But he has this move, like you can see there, where he will pull you into this Nightmare dimension, where Dante will have to face off against the traumas that he's encountered on the way island. I think that's how they describe it anyway, like the, I mean, hence the name Nightmare. But basically you just gotta fight all these Sargasso enemies, and then you have to fight Nightmare 3 times. And in this battle, when he pulls you into this realm, you gotta fight, the fuck is the name of that boss? Phantom, the lava spider. You have to fight him again. And then the second time Nightmare pulls you in, you have to fight Griffin. And then the third time you have to fight Nello Angelo in this kind of weird Nightmare world. The bosses here that you have to fight also have significantly less health than they normally would, so it's not like, you know, boss rush or anything like that. It's actually kind of easy to take care of them. But yeah, Nightmare is just such a pain in the ass because you basically have to constantly be on the watch for those seals that are on the walls. Like I said, there's 4 of them. In every room that you encounter them, there will be 4 of those magic seals on the walls, and you have to constantly be after those and make sure that they never go back down. So he's essentially like a sentient puddle of sludge with like demonic materials and all kinds of magic and shit. But once you activate those magic seals, it puts him in a protective mode where he takes on the form of like almost, he kind of looks like a slug. You'll see once I activate it again. He's also got these little bastards that follow you around, and they're annoying as shit too. Look at that. But once you activate it, you can see that he actually comes back into that form to protect himself. Whenever he is in the sludge state though, like before you activate that, you absolutely cannot damage him at all. This is the only way to damage him. Those cores, like you just saw there that he exposed, you have to damage those, and that's the only way you can do damage to him. That, or, you know, go into his little Nightmare realm and then defeat the boss. That does a pretty good amount of damage to him. But you want to be careful with those cores, because if you do too much damage to them, you can actually destroy them, and it's just going to make it harder on you. The more of those cores that you destroy, the more difficult he becomes. It's fucking bullshit. Like I said, man, this boss has all the fucking dirty tricks. He even has a move that steals your goddamn devil trigger. It's fucking ridiculous. I will say, though, I really like the music for Nightmare. This song is called Mental Machine, and I fucking love it. I think it's awesome. It's one of my favorite songs on the soundtrack. But see, look at that. He's got a counter for fucking everything. If you're too far away, he'll either grab you and pull you into that Nightmare realm, or he'll stick you with those spears coming out of his side. I mean, he's just fucking got a counter for everything you got, man. And then, of course, you know, if you do too much damage to his cores, you're just making it harder on yourself. This boss fight is fucking ridiculous. But like I said, once you know how he operates, he isn't too difficult to deal with, because there's an attack pattern that he will introduce in his second battle, where he sends out one of his limbs, sort of like a boomerang, and it just kind of goes around the arena, and you can actually parry that with a helm breaker, and once you do that, it'll just go straight back to him. But if you don't, it's just gonna go all over the fucking place, and you're gonna get hit. I think there's some hidden orbs up here, and that's why I came up here. But yeah, you'll see how much more of a pain in the ass Nightmare becomes later on. But, oh, there wasn't any. I just wanted to fly through that shit because I didn't feel like jumping over the platforms. I almost don't make it, though. Look how close that was. But right here, you've got to use the Staff of Hermes. Alright, and then that will activate 2 different oil paintings there. So if you ever played Super Mario 64, it's kind of the same deal. You just kind of jump through the paintings. The Castellan's bedroom is depicted. It's reacting to the growing evil surge of darkness. It looks like an ordinary... whatever, I can't read that. I can't read it that fast. The Gatekeeper's room is depicted. It's reacting to the growing surge, whatever. I'm not even going to try to read it. But yeah, you just jump in the painting, and that's the end of the mission. Not too bad. Like I said, Nightmare is a pain in the ass. But if you know how to battle him and how he works, and if you are aware enough not to overly damage those cores, then he's actually not that difficult to deal with. But what's interesting is in the lore, Nightmare was created by Mundus as like a bio-weapon, and from what I remember, Nightmare is actually so strong that he would have destroyed the underworld, and Mundus himself was scared of him, so he had to restrict him. So that's kind of cool. And right here, I believe I bought holy water, maybe? Or is it a... no, purple orb. There, yeah, I knew I fucking bought that. Yeah, I thought I bought blue and purple there. So now we are on mission 17, Parted Memento. Slash away at the dragon and enter the court with the Quicksilver. Alright, so this mission, this one took me a lot of retries to do, because this is the mission where we confront Nello Angelo for the 3rd and final time. And, he is so much more difficult on this mission. I think I had, like, whenever I re-recorded it and did this current playthrough that you're seeing here, I think he killed me like 15 or 20 times. I mean, it was ridiculous. We're also about to be introduced to another new type of demon called Frost, and they fucking piss me off too, mostly because they just have so much fucking health, and it's ridiculous. But they are ice-based demons, so I always use a frit on them. You also have like half of a second to react to that. If you don't move like as soon as that cutscene ends, like the fraction of a second, you're taking damage from them. It's fucking stupid. But with these guys, I pretty much just get up in their business and brute force them, because they can fuck you up very fast if you're not careful. See, they're not too difficult, which is, like I said, the reason why I'm just getting up in their business and fucking them up as quick as possible with a frit here. Because if you don't, trust me, they will absolutely fuck you up. There we go. Alright, so now we're in this hallway in the castle. There's nothing here but marionettes and a couple fetish enemies. I think I do end up killing all of them just to get the orbs. And I think, well, actually what I was trying to do here is some of these enemies typically do drop a green orb fairly commonly. So I was trying to get my health all the way back up to full, but they just kept fucking me up here. So it was ultimately kind of pointless. Fuck off. There we go. Oh, also some of the Bloody Mary puppets will have shotguns and they will shoot them at you. And you want to take them out as soon as fucking possible, or they will just keep on shooting you and it's fucked up. I just had it with that guy. I was like, fuck you. See, he just shot me. He's got a gun, so you gotta take him out pretty quickly. So the room that we're trying to get to is over here, but as you can see, you know, there's a hole on it. The door won't open. So yeah, we gotta get the Quicksilver key item before we can actually go in that room. So now we've got to go back this way and, you know, retrieve the Quicksilver. I don't know what I was doing there. I think I was trying to examine that painting, but Dante didn't have anything to say about it. So right here, you basically just have to deflect the fireballs from that dinosaur. It's kind of like on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with the final boss in that game. It's kind of the same deal. You just gotta keep deflecting its attacks back at it. I fucked it up there. I got the timing off a little bit, but it's not too difficult. There we go. Just do that 3 times and you're good. Now there also is a blue orb fragment in this room that I will be picking up too. So yeah, you also have to activate this crank and rotate this mirror. I'm assuming it's a mirror anyway. Or maybe a spotlight, I don't know, whatever. I love that little sound effect whenever the Quicksilver key item is created there. And they actually reused that sound effect. They just pitched it like lower. And then they reused that sound effect in Resident Evil 5 whenever you shoot the blue emblems. They're kind of like a side mission or something in Resident Evil 5. And when you shoot them, it makes that same sound effect. There's the blue orb fragment. You gotta destroy that dinosaur and then go up there and it'll just kind of float to you. Allergies have been bothering me, so I'm probably going to be coughing quite a bit. Hopefully not, but I mean, I've got my water here. So now that we've got the Quicksilver, we will be going to that other room and fighting Nello Angelo for the 3rd and final fucking time. Kill that fucking son of a bitch. Here we go. Quicksilver. So now we're in like the courtroom of the castle. There's a throne where the Castellan must have sat to watch over his little celebrations and his court holdings. Fucking cool, I love this room, it looks awesome. But as you can see, I'm making a save state, so here we go.
A man with guts and honor. I like that. But it's a shame you serve Mundus.
Alright, so now we are on the third fight with Mello Angelo, and he is no fucking joke here. Like I said, man, I swear to God, I had like 15 or 20 retries on this motherfucker. He is fucking ridiculous here. And you can see that he's actually grown quite a bit taller than Dante, because they were relatively the same height during the first battles. And he has also removed his mask, and I'm sure you can guess who it actually is, but I won't tell you yet. But yeah, man, he fucks me up good. He's got so many more moves now, too. Look at that shit. Just counters you instantly. It's right around here where he kills me for this first time. And then, like I said, I did edit the video, so it will just automatically, you know, go to the next battle to where I actually beat him. But yeah, man, he is a tough son of a bitch. This fight fucking sucks. Well, I say that, but it's actually probably my favorite boss fight in the game. And this time, I had enough of his shit, so I just went ahead and used holy water on him. Because like I said, I mean, that was like 15 retries on him. Fucking ridiculous. And his theme, Ultraviolet, has also changed a little bit. So it's got a little bit more going on to it now. I don't really know how to describe how differently it is. It's just something that you gotta hear. So the theme for the third battle with him is called Super Ultraviolet. And yeah, he does that stupid fucking teleport move a lot. And he has a new move in this fight, but I don't know if you'll actually get to see it, where he uses phantom blades. Yeah, here we go. Watch this shit. Pretty sure that's already cluing you guys in who it is. But yeah, fuck him. That move is those phantom blades are pretty difficult to dodge sometimes. Look at that, and he even does unarmed and then fucking Helmbreaker. Fuck him. And he actually gets me, I believe, down to orange or yellow health, and then I was like, alright, fuck it. And then I panicked and used the holy water, because I didn't want to fight him again. But I'm getting him pretty low on health here, as you can see. I mostly just had enough, so I just kind of brute forced my way through him. Also, whenever he warps up into the air and starts using those phantom blades, you can run up and do Helmbreaker on him like that and just cancel him out of it. And I would recommend you do that every fucking time, or he will fuck you up. Because those phantom blades are just way too difficult to avoid, in my opinion. I mean, they kind of have different patterns to them, but, you know, they're just a pain in the ass. And he can also summon a different version of that orb where he kind of uses both hands and just launches it at you. I think it's around right here where I end up using, yep, fuck him.
Virgin Dante, happy birthday. Wow! I want chocolate! No, I want chocolate!
Yep. So the whole time, Nello Angelo was Virgil. So basically what happened is after the events of Devil May Cry 3 with that extra cutscene that I showed you guys, Virgil went off to fight Mundus. And he was like, oh, if my dad did it, then I can do it too. And yeah, it did not fucking go well for him. Mundus fucking defeated him. Well, I mean, he fucking destroyed him. And then he pretty much, I don't really know if it's explained very well, but he just kind of trapped Virgil's soul, or Virgil himself, into that suit of armor. And that's whenever he became the Black Knight Nello Angelo. But now he is dead. Dante has killed Virgil. Alright, so now we have the Sparta sword. The sword is fucking... It's kind of weird. So it has the same moves as Alistair. I was trying to show off round trip, but I actually forgot that I don't have that ability yet. But I'm trying to show off that once you use the sword, if you use Stinger or some of the other combos, it elongates into a spear like you saw in that cutscene. And if you use the move called Round Trip, it turns into a scythe and Dante throws it at the enemy. Now here's another underwater level. This is actually the last time that we'll be doing any underwater levels though. Pretty much right here, I go straight for this blue orb fragment and then get the fuck out of this area, because I hate the underwater levels. I mean, we still got some enemies we gotta take care of, but... So yeah, right here we've got the Sin Scissors, and the controls fucking suck, so they're like right in my goddamn face, and there's nothing I can do about them. But yeah, that's why on the first battle against Nello Angelo, whenever he was about to fucking kill Dante, he recognized the amulet, and it kind of, you know, fucked with Virgil's mind, and he realized that it was Dante he was fighting. What's really cool, too, is that you can still see glimpses of Virgil's personality with Nello Angelo as well. Because Virgil was a very honorable warrior, he never struck someone from behind, and he always wanted a fair fight. And that's really cool, because when you first encounter Nello Angelo, he's like, hey, we're taking this outside so we can be on equal ground, and then we'll fight. And it's also cool, you know, it's just really fucking cool. So basically, yeah, once Mundus defeated Virgil, Virgil kind of became corrupted and became that character, Nello Angelo. So Devil May Cry 3 actually has an alternate costume for Virgil that I didn't really want to show you guys because I didn't want to spoil anything. But you can actually play as Nello Angelo in Devil May Cry 3. Virgil has a costume called Corrupted Virgil, and his face has all those blue veins on it and red eyes. And when you go in Devil Trigger mode, he actually becomes Nello Angelo. It's really cool. Also, yeah, did you see that cutscene? So Trish is fucking working with Mundus. Fucking asshole. And look who we have to fight again. Yep, this motherfucker. So with the Sparta sword, too, you cannot use Devil Trigger with it, which is really fucking stupid. I do think that Nightmare kills me here. I don't remember. But this is where he, this is the fight where he, uses that weird boomerang type attack. I don't really know how else to describe it. But the thing with Sparta, it does quite a bit of damage, and it has a lot longer reach than Alistair. But from where you can't go into Devil Trigger, it's kind of pointless to use it, in my opinion. I do use it sometimes, though. But I don't really like using it a whole lot. Because you just, you know, you don't fucking have Devil Trigger with it, so what's the fucking point? It's really annoying when Dante wants to auto-target Nightmare instead of the seal on the wall. That magic rune or whatever you want to call it. Also, what's bullshit is if you go up to that top area, I think I do go up there at some point. Yep, here's that boomerang attack. So he will do that constantly. So I'm coming up here to try and avoid that shit, but he still fucking grabbed me anyway. Fucking asshole. So now we'll have to fight Griffin in here. But yeah, like you can see here, Sparta does a ton of damage. I mean, it just fucks those enemies up bad. Sparta's really good if you have the, excuse me, the round trip ability, but I just don't have that one at the moment. Because that move makes very fast work of Griffin. You can just throw Sparta. I switched to Alistair though. But you can throw Sparta and then just keep shooting them over and over, and it just does, you know, damage over time to Griffin. It's just a really easy way of dealing with him. Luckily, this is Griffin with one wing missing, so he's not going to be flying anywhere. Fucking asshole. For some reason, air raid didn't work for me there. For some reason, I don't know. He mostly does that charge attack a lot. Griffin does. But there we go. I fucking destroyed him. Absolutely fucking pathetic. Now, from memory, maybe I do actually beat Nightmare my first try, with the second battle. I really don't remember, though. But I believe I do beat him my first try. Look how much damage that did to Nightmare's health, though. Fucking awesome. But yeah, you literally cannot damage him at all until you activate those magic runes on the walls. And then he brings out those cores. Look at that crap. Those fucking, like, icicles or whatever that he shoots out are fucking bullshit, too. Because they'll fuck you up constantly as well. I thought he was going to do that boomerang looking attack again, but he didn't. Look at that crap, man. They just constantly fucking hit you. I believe I also use a holy water here, if I'm not mistaken, because I just couldn't be bothered to keep fighting him. I might be wrong, but I think I do use another one. I guess we'll have to see. See that? I countered it, so it immediately went back to Nightmare's body and left him in a stunned state so you can do more damage to him. Right there, I didn't care about doing too much damage to the core. I just wanted him fucking dead already. There we go. Fucking asshole. And now that philosopher, whatever, that fucking key item, philosopher's egg, is you know, done. So now we get the elixir, which means that we can go into the other painting now, which is our next destination. But that's the end of you know, mission, what was that, mission 18? I think so. Spirit Stone Elixir, or whatever the fuck it was called. So now in the next mission, we'll be going to the other painting in the Castellan's bedroom, and we will actually get to go to a place, I think it's the Underworld, and we'll be collecting another key item called the Philosopher's Stone. And then that will open the actual gate to the underworld. I think I end up buying round trip. Yeah. So now I can show you guys how that move works with Sparta. Whenever you use it, like I said, it transforms into a scythe. The Sword of Sparta is really fucking cool looking. It kind of reminds me of the Soul Edge, or whatever it's called, from Soul Calibur. It just needs a big eyeball on it. But I'm equipping the Sparta and the grenade gun because we're about to encounter another demon type called Nobody. I think the file states that they're so unworthy that even God himself didn't want to give them a name. They're fucking annoying as shit. But you can cheese them quite a bit by doing Stinger with Sparta and following it up with shooting him with the grenade launcher. And it's just a very easy way of dealing with them. I ended up going the wrong way in here. But still, there's some more red orbs to be collected, so it's not like it's a total waste. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of showing off Sparta a little bit more. The elixir is responding strongly to the other painting. So yeah, now we gotta go to the Castellan's bedroom. And then if you remember that mirror from the first time we encountered Nello Angelo, check this out. The mirror is responding to the elixir. The reflection is growing more eerie. So now we are in the underworld. There's a lot of kind of trippy visual effects here. So I didn't really want to stay long. I love the music in this area though. Alright, so these are the nobody enemies. They're annoying as fuck. And what they can put on that mask. And then they grow. It's fucking stupid. I hate these enemies. They're really, really fucking annoying. They can also do a weird dance that will remove your devil trigger. But since Sparta doesn't have any devil trigger for them to drain, it's kind of pointless. Like, they're just annoying. Listen to that noise they constantly make. Like, shut the fuck up already. Jesus Christ. Shut up. They also explode like that when you kill them. But yeah, if you use Stinger and then the grenade gun on them, that really does make very fast, you know, quick work of them. There's also a blue orb fragment in this area, and I do believe that I've collected. I can't remember off the top of my head if I did get it or not, though. Yeah, I do. Why else would I use that Devil Star? But it's up. You'll see it. Also, that thing looks really cool. This area in general just looks cool, and I really do like the music a lot, like I said. But see, I kind of just had to guess and then kind of drop, but I did end up collecting it. But yeah, those nobody enemies are such a pain. We will be also another reason that I wanted to re-record it is because I don't believe it's in this coming mission, but I believe it's mission 21. Those things fucking killed me so many times, and it just made me so mad. You know, they killed me like 5 times on this one section, and it just pissed me off, so I decided to redo the whole goddamn video. I think I end up falling and I don't actually make it. Yep. That part's so fucking dumb. I hate the platforming in all the Devil May Cry games. It's so fucking bad. The only Devil May Cry game that has done platforming decently was the I think it was 2013, that reboot that they made with Ninja Theory, that a lot of people don't really like because they made Dante kind of a, I don't know, like a fucking emo teenager. And he's just kind of an idiot in that game. I still enjoyed it. It was fun. And like I said, I probably will do a playthrough of that one at some point too. Surge of Evil is reacting to the power of the elixir. It's starting to activate. So now that we have the Philosopher's Stone, check this out. We can go in this puddle of, I guess, evil sludge or whatever. And that's the gate to the underworld. The evil darkness is whirling with its mouth wide open. This must be the gate of the underworld. Exciting. I love his stupid smartass comments. Alright, so now we are officially in the underworld. $1,010 red orbs, not bad. Alright, so I dread the next mission, but check it out. You'll know immediately when you see the name. This motherfucker is back again for the third fucking time. And I immediately went and bought another holy water for this son of a bitch. This is the hardest fight with Nightmare, and he does kill me one time. But then I defeat him after that, I believe. And actually, whenever I was recording this one, whenever Nightmare kills me the first time, you know, I go to load my save state, but I clicked the wrong thing and accidentally minimized the whole window. So I also just kind of trimmed that out of the video too, just so it's not like distracting or anything. But yeah, there's some of these frost enemies. Fuck them. See, I just kind of brute force them, like I said. I don't even give them a fucking chance. But I knew that I would have to kill them, because through the next little doorway area, that's pretty much where the boss fight is. So I knew I had to kill them before I could make my, you know, my save state. So you'll see me make it right here. Here we go.
Dante! Dante! Help me!
Trish! Trish, stay back!
Alright, so yeah, Trish is in danger there, and we've got to defeat Nightmare once again for the third fucking time. I think, like I was saying earlier about Nightmare being a bioweapon that was created by Mundus, I think it's cool too, because Mundus essentially created Nightmare specifically to stop Dante. Like, that's the only reason he made this fucking demon, because none of his other demons were doing the fucking job, so he literally created this demon just to kill Dante. And I just think that's really cool. But I don't believe he grabs me on this one, so we will not be fighting Nello Angelo again here. because I believe that I'm able to avoid that attack. I don't really remember though, he might grab me, but we'll see. Right here I had to just keep kind of running away from those fucking enemies, because trust me, if you try to activate those magic seals while those motherfuckers are chasing you, it's impossible, because they're just going to damage you constantly. He tried to grab me there, but this is where he kills me. I try to do air raid again, but whenever I jump over him, that boomerang hits me. See, I died right there. So now we'll be starting over again. And this time, I believe I do defeat him. Because I think I only had one retry here on the third battle with Nightmare, but I don't remember actually. But we will get him down to like 25% health left, and then we will get a cutscene, and then the next phase of the battle with him will begin, as if he wasn't hard enough already. Fucking asshole. Yeah, also right here, I didn't really hold back. I wanted to go ahead and just do as much damage to the cores as I possibly could. So I'd just go all out on them. But it is best to avoid damage, like completely destroying them. There we go, countered it. Fuck him. And now I get that fucking point where he is stunned. And just fucking go crazy on him. Fuck him. So here in just a minute, we will get another cutscene here. I don't know why it didn't really work there. I guess I didn't do specifically enough damage to him. But we will get that cutscene right about now, I believe. Once he exposes that core again.
You fool! You're so easy.
Trish, you?
Humans. What sweets. You should know better than to trust a stranger. Your presence has become a hindrance to my master's bloody scheme. Now die!
Yeah, so not only do you have to fight Nightmare, now Trish is going to be blasting your ass with electricity too if you get too close to that edge over there. It's fucking idiotic, man. This part's fucking ridiculous. I think I also used a holy water on him. I don't remember though. Maybe I didn't. I was thinking that I did though, but once you damage him, he will go into a, I guess, desperation phase, where he will do this insane fucking laser attack. He also has a move here where if you go underneath him, he'll go into a net, and if he captures you in that, you're fucked. But if you can cut it enough, it will, I think it'll damage him. No, it didn't really do much to him. And actually, he should have pulled me into the Nightmare realm there. I'm not really sure what happened, but it didn't work. I just remember this part ended up being really fucking close. Like, he almost fucking killed me. But see, now he's in his desperation phase. See those fucking lasers? Yeah, he's fucked. And I kept getting hit. I thought I would die again, actually.
Dante! Dante, why did you save my life?
Because you look like my mother. Now get out of my sight. The next time we meet, it won't be like this.
Dante!
Don't come any closer, you devil! You may look like my mother, but you're nowhere close to her. You have no soul. You have the face, but you'll never have her fire!
So that there's actually one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire fucking series. I love it because it's one of the only times that you really see Dante angry and completely serious. And you know, it also just really goes to show Dante's character too. Because he could have easily just left Trish to rot there after she betrayed him, but he still saved her anyway, simply because she looks like his mother. That's it. Fucking love that cutscene. I mean, yeah, it's cheesy and the voice acting and dialogue isn't the best, but I love it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire series. Alright, so this is actually the mission where we will be doing the only secret mission. It's not the only secret mission in the game, it's the only one that I'm going to bother to do. Because we will get an item called the Bangle of Time. And it kind of works the same way that Quicksilver does in Devil May Cry 3. Except, it actually completely freezes time. And, your enemies... like, you can damage them. You can, evade them a lot easier, too. So, there's also some fucking nobody enemies here that piss me off. I fucking hate these enemies, man. But you're gonna want to stick to the right side path. There's also a blue orb in that room, too. But you see, I'm just fucking unrelenting on them. Stinger, grenade gun, just constantly. Don't even give him a fucking second to breathe. The Bangle of Time, it's not really that great, but it's still kind of a cool item to use sometimes. Look at that, it just keeps evading my shit too. Can't stand those fucking enemies. I hate them, man. I already hear another one, too. I like their design. It is kind of creepy. But they are annoying. They have this move where they jump and, like, drop kick you. And it's so fucking annoying when they want to do that constantly. Shut your fucking mouth. You piece of fucking shit. Fuck him. There we go. Don't even give him a fucking second. So now this will open up, and this is where we will actually get the Bangle of Time item. First, there's another dinosaur here that we will have to kill, though. And this one we actually fought, but it's really fucking easy. Just do that 3-hit combo, back up, and just keep doing that. He's easy as shit. I don't really know how much damage that fire will do, because I've never been hit by it, because this boss is really easy. I wouldn't even really consider it a boss, to be honest. There we go. And now frost enemies will spawn. Usually I just use a holy water on them because I couldn't be fucked to go down there and fight them, but I believe I actually do fight them on this video. Or on this, you know, playthrough or whatever. But yeah, watch. I just don't even give them a second. Just go up, kick 13 constantly. Fuck them. Either that or I go into Devil Trigger and just keep on doing kick 13. Their constant teleporting is also really annoying. These enemies fucking suck. Alright, so now that we've killed all of them, it's going to spawn in at these platforms. And then once we take those platforms, you kind of rod them, and then we will get the Bangle of Tom. Unfortunately, I fell there. I almost fell again. Alright. It's kind of like the platforming on the part where we got Alistair. Not Alistair, but Ifrit. But it's not as convoluted. And right there's the Bangle of Time. So I do show you guys how this Bangle of Time works too. I don't use it like that often because it's just not really that useful in this game in my opinion. But it is kind of cool. If you know how to use it, it can be good. I'll put it that way. But I think I end up going back to, yeah, Sparta. And then I wanted to use that. But from where you have to use Devil Trigger, you can't use that with Sparta. So I had to go back to Alistair in order to use the Bangle of Tom. So look at that. There's a big nasty heart. Basically the goal of this mission is to make that heart pump blood up to that main door there, and then it will unlock the path to Mundus. So now we can backtrack and go into that door that had the spikes on it. Also examine this heart here. This giant heart must be what's controlling this large living dungeon. The thick veins from the heart are connected to the door above it. Yep. So now we can go in this area here. So yeah, with the Bangle of Time, it literally just freezes time. Your enemies cannot move, but you can. So the creator of this game, I believe, actually was a pretty big fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like I mentioned with the Quicksilver Autumn. But this one actually kind of functions the way that the world does in that show and the manga. See that? Can just freeze time and fuck the enemy up. But from where it drains your Devil Trigger constantly, I don't really like using it a whole lot. Damn, that was fucking close. Look at that. Wow. And it just takes so much damage to kill those fucking assholes too. There's also an enemy in this area that will come up underneath you, and I kind of forgot about it there. This part is also really easy to get turned around on too. But yeah, that Bangle of Time really is just like using the world on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's pretty cool. Fuck you. The world! The world! Fucking idiot. Fuck that enemy. I think this is actually the last area that we... No, I thought it was the last area that we would have to encounter those nobody enemies, but I forgot that they actually are up ahead as well. And one of the other missions, mission number 23, I believe. Those fucking leech things are also really goddamn annoying too. Stinger, grenade gun, that's seriously all you have to do to these enemies though. Zawaddle! Oh, I thought I went ahead and used it. There we go. Fuck you. Piece of shit. Ifrit doesn't really do a whole lot to these enemies, I find. That's why I like to use Sparta on them the most. Like, come on, how was he not dead after all that crap? Fucking asshole. And now we're basically back in the same room where we fought the dragon. But I really couldn't be bothered to fight these enemies, so I use holy water on them every fucking time I come in this room. Because it just makes dealing with this room a little bit easier, and, you know, like I said, I just couldn't be fucked to fight those enemies. I believe I ended up taking off the Bangle of Time after this mission, though, because I really only wanted to just show it off, just to show you what it's all about and how it works. Because, like I said, I'm just not really a fan of using it, because it doesn't really do much damage. Well, it's not that it doesn't do damage, it's just that I would rather be able to use Devil Trigger than, you know, Freeze Time. If you have a lot of Devil Trigger, like a lot of the gauge completely full, I can maybe see the Bangle of Time being a bit more useful. But as it stands, it's just not very... It's not worth it to use that item. But now we're going to jump across here and activate the heart. There we go. And the next stop is Mundus. So we're pretty much at the final boss fight now, guys. And he is really difficult, but somehow I was actually able to beat him on my first fucking try. Because he is also divided into two sections. One is a fucking bullshit, flying section, and it's just fucking stupid. You guys will see. The second phase with Mundus is a lot better though. Well, as long as he doesn't spam the same fucking attacks constantly. But I do end up beating him my very first try. Don't even have to use a single continue. I did go ahead and make a save state though, you know, in case he killed me. But I do end up beating him my first fucking try. So here we fucking go. Mission number 22. Legendary Battle, Mission 22. I think all I buy is like holy water and a vital star, maybe. Yeah, that's all I bought. Well, I bought 2 holy waters then. But yeah, let's confront this stupid son of a bitch. So it's kind of like this weird cathedral area. I really like the music here too. But if you notice, that statue up ahead is the same one that was in the front of the castle, like I mentioned. So that's where it went.
Again I must face a Sparta. Strange fate, isn't it?
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
Irony has favored you this time. Look, there.
Trish!
Don't even think about it. Blink, So sad that humans will always be humans. No more. Has the Sparta blood been spoiled over the ages? Now, die!
Trish! Trish! No!
Useless scum. Failure is one thing, but taking an odd behavior like that. What is the matter? It is time to end your pitiful life.
How much longer are you going to keep zapping? Come out and show yourself, Mundus!
Those eyes. Deep in them, I see the same light as in Sparta's eyes.
Why my mother?
That useless being. If you need a mother, I can create it. As many as you want. Just like I created Trish.
Silence!
Alright, so yeah, Mundus has created his own fucking like dimension area and like space and shit where you gotta fight him. So that's fucking stupid. But yeah, it's kind of weird how when the cutscene showed Trish strapped to that wall there, it looked like she wasn't even tied down on her wrists. I don't know if that was a mistake on their part or what, but it just kind of looks weird. But yeah, Dante had an impact on her and made her want to risk her life for Dante. Whenever, you know, they had that fucking conversation earlier where Dante fucking yelled at her. But yeah, this fight's fucking stupid, man. This part sucks ass. Mostly because the controls are fucking terrible here. You basically just have to... By the way, Dante has taken on the form of Sparta, his own fucking father. Now, somehow a glitch happens here. I'm able to beat Mundus relatively quickly because for whatever reason... also, if you notice my Devil Trigger gauge, once it gets full... You can do that lava dragon attack that I did a second ago. But for whatever reason, the second time that I land that attack, it does like triple damage to him. And I have no idea why, because he actually lands an attack on me that would have killed me. But for whatever reason, it's enough to beat him. So I don't really know what happened there. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. Yeah, you gotta fly and avoid all this fucking debris. He'll shoot down fucking comets at you. Meteor, whatever the fuck they are, I don't know. And then he's even got lightning that will zap at you. In addition to those wide sweeping laser beams like that. And if that hits you, just look at that damage. Like, I honestly have no idea how I beat him right here. See? Yeah, like I said, man, I have no idea how the fuck I beat him right there, because you guys saw that. He still had health left. So I go ahead and make another save state there. And right here, I believe I ended up using my untouchable item. I think I might have explained how that works. Basically, it puts you in a devil trigger state, but makes you invincible for a little bit of time. So, I believe I ended up using that on him because I just couldn't be fucking bothered to keep fighting him. And I'm able to beat him really quickly right here because of that item. Because like I said, it keeps you in a state of devil trigger constantly, and just look at that. I've already damaged him so much. Normally, this part of the fight, though, is really difficult because Mundus wants to spam his moves constantly, like fucking Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat.
My mother risked her life for me, and now you too. I should have saved you.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
This was my mother's. Now I'm giving it to you. My father's also here now. Rest in peace.
So that's another one of my favorite cutscenes in the series. Yeah, the dialogue and voice acting is really cringy, but it really shows a lot more to Dante's character than people think as well. Because think about it, since Trish is made in the image of his mother, he basically just watched his own fucking mom die again, and he was still powerless to save her again. So Dante was essentially reliving his trauma again, failing to save his fucking mother. So I think that a lot of people don't really put much thought into that, but Trish is literally designed to look like his mom. Also, I think it's really fascinating about Dante that he's never really out to get power. He just kind of, like in the series when you play the games, it's not like Virgil who has this fucking, desire to be more powerful. Dante just kind of gets more powerful whenever he needs to. But right there, he didn't even bring the Sword of Sparta with him. He just left it there. That just also shows more about his character too. And then we've got these bastards again. Fuck them. Air raid works pretty well on them too. Then again, air raid works pretty well against every enemy in the game. There's some frost enemies here, but I'm just going to ignore them and go. So this is the point. This is the final mission in the game, by the way. But this is the point where it just kind of becomes Resident Evil. You know, oh, you got to escape before the fucking self-destruct activates. It's fucking dumb. But that's because Devil May Cry 1 here had the same director that worked on, I believe, Resident Evil 2, Hideki Kamiya. I think that's the Resident Evil game that he worked on. I should know, because that's my favorite Resident Evil game, is Resident Evil 2. Is the very first Resident Evil game I ever played. But basically he directed both of those games, and that's why it has sort of a more of a Resident Evil feel to it. You know, like, oh, you know, you gotta escape before the place fucking explodes. Because they wanted to rehash the ending of Resident Evil 1 for like every fucking game almost. Of course they don't actually do that in every single Resident Evil game, which you'll see when I play through those games too. Which the next Resident Evil game that I will do a playthrough of will be Resident Evil 0. Even though I fucking hate that game.
Has been opened. Dante, you are not getting away. This is where you will die.
I'm not going anywhere. Besides, there's no place to go. Look around. This'll be your burial ground as well.
Alright, so Mundus is back for another ass kicking, but this part's really easy. All you gotta do is taunt him, get your devil trigger up, and then just zap the fucking shit out of him. See, look at that. I'm just absolutely demolishing his fucking health. Completely fucking useless. Look at that idiot. He's becoming a lot more grotesque and decayed, though. Look at him. Fucking nasty. He looks fucking disgusting.
What is the matter? Here your powers are weak, human.
No.
Dante, you'll be okay. You can do it.
What? Mother.
Dante, use my power!
Trish!
Alright, so basically what that text said there, I kind of skipped it by mistake. Well,
It looks like we have a winner.
Jackpot.
Dante, I will return, and I will rule this world.
goodbye. And when you do come back, give my regards to my son, will ya? Trish.
Dante. Dante.
Trish, devils never cry. These tears are a gift only humans have.
We're too late.
No, Trish, it's never too late. And we humans never give up. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's rock.
Alright, so there's actually a pretty cool fan theory that the soul of Eva, Dante's mother, is actually what caused Trish to be resurrected there, and that's why you could hear her speaking to Dante there whenever Mundus came back for a second. I think that's a pretty cool theory, that, you know, Eva was still looking after her son from beyond the grave. Fucking cool. But basically that text that I was gonna explain just basically said, oh hey, feed your power into the guns and shoot Mundus.
The sky. It's so clear. So blue.
The sky is fair. It'll always be above everyone's head, no different.
Like the sky. I feel like my heart is becoming clear.
Let's not forget, though, the Underworld's evil is still alive. They will someday return.
There's no need to worry, right? Because the world has the legendary Dark Knight Dante. And his sidekick. Devil never cry. Yes? Okay, great. Where's the place? We'll be right there. This one has the password. Sounds heavy.
Okay, let's get it over with in 10 minutes. Can't let a single one of those suckers live.
5 minutes.
More than enough.
Alright, so that's a wrap on Devil May Cry 1. So yeah, as you can see by the ending there, Dante and Trish are now working together. So you will see Trish as well as Lady in future Devil May Cry games. They're also even in the Devil May Cry anime, and that takes place shortly after this game. Yeah, I really like this game. It is dated, obviously, it's quite old. But yeah, it's really fucking good. I love the environment in it. I love the music. The story, I think, is really, really fucking good too. And I see a lot of people say that Devil May Cry is not really oh, you know, the story's lackluster. I say fuck those people. I love the story of Devil May Cry. I think it's really fucking good. I mean, yeah, the story's not really the strong focus of the games. It's usually, you know, the fucking gameplay. But that's not to say that Devil May Cry's story is bad. You know, I like the story. I think it's fucking good. So now we've got this weird-ass, really 90s Matrix-looking shit going on with Dante and Trish. But yeah, the next Devil May Cry game that I will be playing through is Devil May Cry 2. And I believe I actually will do live commentary and play that one on Dante Must Die difficulty. Because that game, like I've said before, is just too fucking easy. And that game is actually a lot shorter than the other Devil May Cry games. I might just go on the regular hard difficulty though. But you can also unlock Trish as a playable character in Devil May Cry 2. And in my opinion, she is a lot funner to play as than the other characters. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this playthrough of Devil May Cry 1. It's like I said, I do apologize that it's taken me so long to get this last part out. I've had it recorded, you know, forever, but I just kept running into issues with the editing software that I was using. But yeah, I will shut up and let the rest of this music play. Alright, and that is the end of Devil May Cry 1. Like I said, I fucking love this game. This was the first Devil May Cry game that I ever played. Which I got into the series from the game Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Because they actually have Dante, Virgil, and Trish as playable characters. And I was playing as them and I was like, you know what? These guys are fucking cool as hell. What game are they from? And I guess the rest is history. I fucking fell in love with the series. It's one of my all-time favorite video game series. You can see there it took me just 3 hours to beat the game because it is significantly shorter than the other DMC games. Devil May Cry 4, I believe, is going to be the toughest one for me to do because that one's just one that I don't really play a whole lot. But, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.